Thank you for joining me this Monday morning. It is 7 o'clock. This is Morning Mobility. We're going to go ahead and get started this morning on our hands and knees in our quadruped position. Let's go ahead and get down on our hands and knees. We're going to start with some wrist mobility. So I want you just to walk those hands around as comfortably as you can. So eventually getting those fingertips pointing towards us. We're going to slightly rock back here and forward, just small little rocks. We're going to try to stretch out the bottom of the forearms. So go ahead and walk those arms right back to the front. Give me 3 press-ups here, so just up onto the fingertips and back down. We're going to go 3 times here. And back down. Let's go ahead and walk those wrists right back around. Good, and last time here, we're going to walk the hands right back around. We'll go into 3 press-ups up onto the fingers, just pressing up, nice and light onto the fingers and coming down. 2. We're going to go 1 more here. Alrighty, so next what I want you to do is take your right hand. I want you to face the top of the hand onto the floor. You want to make a fist, put that fist into the palm. So it's going to anchor down the hand, and we're just going to pivot here at the shoulder and the wrist. So just rotating that arm here, back and forth. Let's go ahead and do the same thing on the other arm. So palms facing up, make a big fist. Fist goes into that palm to stabilize the arm. Locking it down. We're going right into that shoulder mobility. Good. Just going back and forth here, moving at the shoulder joint. All right, let's just go ahead and sit on the knees for a moment. Lock the fingers in. We're going to press those arms out nice and far from us. Bring it back in. So as you come here, as you bring it back in, we're going to just keep the fingers locked, pulling up against the chest and the rib cage. So pulling those shoulders down and back, elbows are coming back. Deep breath in. We'll exhale. Reach forward. Inhale, pulling back. Exhale, reach forward. And we're just going to go back and forth here for a few more reps. Let's get 1 more each direction. Last one. All right. So we're going to go right into our child's pose here. Feel free to get knees a little bit wider than straight together. So if you bring them out a little bit wider, keep those feet together. What we're going to do is sit back into those heels, trying to drop the chest down to the floor or the knees. Bring those elbows down as well, resting the forehead on the mat. The more comfortable you feel in this situation, in this position, try to reach those hands forward just a little bit more. Go ahead and try to walk those arms out to one side at a time now. So opening up the lats and the lower sides of the back here as we do this. So you're going to walk those arms side to side. If you're feeling comfortable with that, hang out there for just a moment. Walking it around again here. Good, going right back to the other side here. So the more you go back and forth, the more you might start to loosen up. And last one here. All right, we're going to go ahead and move into our downward dog series. So, coming right up, still down the hands, but pushing into the feet and the heels now. Good, touch those knees down to the floor. Going right back up into downward dog. So we're going to go back and forth here for a few times, just to get everything nice and loosened up. Then we will progress this as we go. And touch down, coming right back up into downward dog. Try to get those legs nice and straight and keep the heels on the mat. Good, bring it on down. Let's go one more into our downward dog. So now I want you to practice pretending like your spine is a wave. So we're going to go from our downward dog position, roll that spine up nice and straight into our cobra. So we're just doing nice, slow, controlled spine waves. Then you're going to push yourself back into downward dog and do it all over again. So roll that spine, push those hands away from the floor. Head is the last thing to come up at the end of the wave. So try to imagine each vertebrae is moving one segment at a time. We're going super slow and controlled. Let's go one more. All right, bring it down to hands and knees. So we're going to go into our half mountain climber. So just bringing one leg up. So I brought right foot to right hand. Really trying to sink into the hip here. We're going to rock forward and back here. Try to keep the heel on the floor. So we're doing about 6 rocks forward and back on each leg, just to get everything nice and opened up. And we're going to go ahead, do the same thing on the other side. And we're going to rock back nice and gently. All right, bringing that foot back. So we're going to go back to the side we started on. We're going to do small little cat-cows here. So in this half kneeling position, try to round the back up and then flatten it nice and straight. So keeping the head moving as the back moves. So as we reach up, point the head facing down. As we straighten out, keep a neutral head with the spine. Let's go 2 more reps on this side, then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Good, bring that foot down. We're gonna switch to the other side, same thing. So round up nice and big, nice and flat, sitting into the hip here. So let's try to synchronize our breathing with our movement. So nice big deep breath in at the top. Exhale as you come out nice and straight. Let's go 1 more. All right, so we're spending a lot of time on the hips and back this morning on our hands and knees. We're gonna go into our hip cars, so our controlled articular rotations. So what I want you to do is keep that leg flexed, so keep a bend in the knee. You're gonna squeeze and raise the foot up off the knee off the floor, so heel comes up towards the ceiling. Go ahead and drop that knee out to the side. Draw a nice half circle. Meet the other knee at the beginning, and we're gonna reverse that movement. So coming out to the side, tilt that heel up to the ceiling, bring it back to our neutral spine alignment, and back down. So let's go 2 more on this side. So try to bring that heel up towards the ceiling. Drop the heel. Finish the half circle. Raise the knee out. Heel up and center. Back down. We're going to go 1 more on this side. Try to keep a nice flat back. So your back should not be arching. It should be neutral. And let's go ahead and do the same thing on the other leg. So again, bring that heel up, drop the heel, knee comes out, bring it to center and reverse. So we're going to go nice and slow. Trying to explore our hips range of motion this morning. So this is our last one. I'm finishing up. All right, we're going to go into our 90-90. So it's probably one of my favorites. Let's go ahead and start with one leg out in front at a 90 degree. Other leg is right behind. Try to get those feet, the front foot touching the back thigh here. And we're just going to rotate our torso to where our shin is. Sitting up nice and tall. Let's go ahead and try to switch without using the hands. So just keep those hands out here. If you need them, bring them behind. For a switch position, align our torso up with the front leg. Take a nice deep breath in. We're just going to go back and forth here, a few reps. Just go back and forth here. Trying to get comfortable with not using the hands for support if you can. So as we come back to where we started, I want you to get a little bit more space here now. So front leg is completely perpendicular. Other leg is the same. It's mirroring it, but it's behind us. What I want you to do is try to keep the heel up off the floor. Sort of raise the rear leg, heel off the floor for 5 seconds. And relax. So you're going to feel this a lot in the glute and hip area. Go ahead and raise it on up for 5 seconds. And put it back down. Go right back up. We're going to do 5 on each side. 2 more. Put it on down, last one. Good, so let's go ahead and switch here, no hands. Let's get ourselves lined up. We're going to keep both our feet flexed. Let's raise that rear leg up off the floor. So heels off for 5 seconds. And back down. Try to control that heel on the way down as well. This is number 3. 2 more. Let's go. Last one here. And relax. We're going to go ahead and switch back to that front one. We're going to go into our pigeon stretch, so keeping this leg in the same position. Try to bring rear leg behind you. So sitting up nice and tall, getting a good stretch here in both legs. Just going to hang out here for a few breaths. Let's go ahead and bring that leg up. We'll go ahead and switch and do the same thing on the other leg. All right, go ahead and sit all the way nice and flat on the floor. Legs are out straight. We're going to flex our toes towards us. Reach those arms out nice and big here, so we're creating a lot of tension here. What I want you to do is slowly curl down, chin to chest. Curl down, lean forward. You're going to feel a really intense stretch here, so just be cautious. Go ahead and reach those arms forward at a 45-degree angle. Take a big breath in and out. And then you'll slowly roll up. Let's do 2 more of those. So big deep breath in. Exhale. Slowly curling and reaching forward. Good, bring it back up, last one. So making sure to keep our feet flexed, creates a lot of tension here. Bring it back up. And let's go ahead and lie down on the mat. Knees are going to be bent. What I want us to do is bring our right arm out to the side. We're going to let those legs both drop to the opposite side. So arms coming out to the right, legs are dropping up to the right. Let's go 10 times each direction. They're just dropping and coming back up, just getting some movement in the low back while stabilizing the upper spine. Okay, go ahead and bring that right arm back to center. You're going to drop the left arm out nice and straight, and you're going to drop the knees down to the right. Again, 10 times here. And we're not forcing our knees anywhere. They're just dropping where they feel comfortable. Give me 3 more. All right, go ahead and slowly standing up. All right, that is all the time we have for morning mobility this morning. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you're feeling stretched out, ready to start your day.